So I have a canoe, had it for a couple years, and I wanted to build a stand for it so that actually I was actually tired of putting it or hanging it off the roof in my garage or the ceiling. So I wanted a way to put it in the backyard. Don't want it to obviously just sit on the ground, keep it elevated a bit. I'm in Ontario, so in the winter it does snow sometimes in the winter, and it accumulates sometimes over a foot. But in the backyard, it's actually not too bad. I guess the fences kind of shelter heavy accumulation, but or from wind. But I think a foot height is a decent height to keep it elevated off the floor. I think these planks that I got were like either 2 by 10. I think it was 2 by 10. It could have been 2 by 12, but it was, decent. And what I decided to do was create two pieces to lift up my canoe. You can call them like T sections or T bars that I created. And basically, you just took two long strips and two smaller strips to build it out. So basically one whole board, which I cut into pieces so that I can form the T shape, and use a couple of simple heavier duty angle brackets to just kind of screw them all into place, get them into one piece so that it would be sturdy. And as you'll see in this video, just kind of etching out where I'm going to pre-drill the pilot holes so I can connect the brackets to the wood, and just trying to make sure that I do a good job of just kind of making sure that I have the marks in there. And as you'll see here, I'll start to pre-drill the pilot holes, and then I'll eventually just kind of connect all the brackets to the first panel, the longer panel you see on the ground. That's going to be the main bar supporting the canoe. And I honestly didn't know what drill bit size I was using. I think it was like 132 and or 332. Sorry, could be wrong, but I mean, based on the size of your screws, would determine the size of your drill bits that you're going to use. I got away with smaller screws, or ones I already had at home. I didn't want to buy new ones. I just made sure I had washers in place so that because the brackets, the holes are a little bigger, so my screws were a little smaller, and you can see here about 1 1/4. Already had that, and then had the washers, and you can see the brackets here. The holes are a little bigger, so I just make sure the washer helped in that type of scenario. Funny part is that while I was doing all this work, well, there was a wasp right below me. I think I may have hit it, but it's right there. I have to deal with it, as you can see. Hopefully PETA doesn't get on my case on this one. Got rid of that. Later on, I just made sure that any juices from the wasp didn't stick onto the garage. I don't want pheromones to attract any other wasps or bees, so just got rid of that. And I pretty much finished the first one. It wasn't that difficult. It's pretty straightforward. And I'll show you in a bit what it looked like. Now, here's the funny part. So it was pretty sturdy, so I literally just only used one bracket on the other side. But look at this. I was putting one of the brackets on, and I guess the wood shifted, and there was a gap, but it was still strong enough that I knew I didn't even have to bother. But I made the second one. Second one was a repeat of what you just saw anyway, so I didn't videotape it. But as you can see here, laid the canoe on it, working just fine. These things aren't going to wobble or wiggle around or loosen the screws. They're on pretty good. So this is going to be here for the entire season through winter. I just want it in the backyard so that I'm more likely to take it out. It's too much of a hassle lifting it onto the ceiling of the garage and each time I use it. So this is so much better, just keeping it somewhere easily accessible in the backyard. As you can see, I started putting those pool noodles on the top just to kind of have a soft landing for the canoe. Right here, the canoe is easily viewable from the road if my backyard door is open, which it is most of the time. So I'm thinking so that it's not visible to the public, I think I'm just going to move it more to the other side of the backyard. I have kind of like a overhead canopy in the backyard, so in the winter I'll probably just put it under there, get even less snow on it. And I think for now in the summer I'm just going to leave it here. It's a good place. I can just kind of take it in and out as I want, and pretty easy to store. No issues on my end.